last few months have been the toughest time in my life. The most tragic time for me, in terms of how much I'm been hurting for others, and in terms of how my life has been becoming a wreck. I am late September of 2022 in pretty bad shape, myself personally. I feel like a wreck. It's everything. I remember making a video in February, early March, once we came back to Moscow, and I was feeling pretty bad back then. Made a video about that, got lots of different responses, but now, comparing myself now, my state of mind now, with back then in early March, back then. So, this is what I was talking about with my best friend, my ex-business partner who lives in West Palm Beach, Florida, the other day, and I was just venting a little bit. I wasn't complaining, but I was telling him how I was feeling. And he's a pretty wise man. He told me a few things that made me rethink the situation, made me realize a few things about myself that made me feel so much better. And I feel like in this pile of dirt that I am, along with all Russians, that we are laying in face down, out of the blue, some kind of a miracle, diamonds, gems, whatever you call it, miracles. And wow, I would like to share it with you. I want you to say and project your lives. Howdy everyone. My name is Konstantin and welcome to Inside Russia. I'm streaming live from the very heart of this country, Moscow, not too far from the Kremlin, where all these sinister plans and decisions are made about mobilization and such, giving you daily updates on things happening in my motherland, events. Most likely you will not find things that you hear, these live streams, anywhere in the media, because most of it is things that come from my very heart and soul. You know, I monitor what's going on. I keep my eyes, ears open. I speak to people, I read Russian media, and I, filter it through myself and share my opinions with you. And today I'm going to be sharing something very, very, very personal. I was actually thinking, I thought a few times before making this stream, but then the reason I am sharing is I hope that what I'm going to say will help you, even a little bit. So, this is about how I found diamonds in this situation, miracles. And this situation is pretty bad. This is the worst time in my 46 years. I have not seen anything like this before, and I hope I will not see anything like this in the future. I was talking to my friend, I'm feeling like a wreck. How I felt like I have been, I felt devastated. I'm still feeling devastated. All these things. And he contradicted me. He said, wait a second. Try to look at this situation from and he gave me the angle. And I value my friend's opinion very highly. I've known him since 2001. We've been through a lot, and I mean a lot. We were friends, we were business partners. While we were doing business in Russia and in Uzbekistan, we faced so many different situations. Some were pretty tough ones, dealing with mafia, dealing with tax people in both countries, dealing with Uzbek policemen. That's probably worse than mafia and tax people combined, things like that. We had conflicts. We had fights. But that at the end, we overcame everything, and 22 years later, after we met, we're best friends, and I trust this guy tremendously. He's a very wise man. He's a tough, shrewd business person, and he made me realize a few things about myself and about this situation that I'm in. The diamonds that I'm going to be talking about are, I found 6 of them. Call them whatever you like. I call them diamonds. You can call them, miracles, or you call them good things about your life, things like that. The first thing, this is September 22 of, Russia has been attacking Ukraine since February, 7 month to the day. Everything that we have known in this country has been put upside down. It's not facing economic tsunami. Now I've downgraded my forecast. It's actually going through a complete economic collapse. The country is falling apart, and I felt like I was falling apart along with it. But then a few things, I thought about few things about me in this situation. Like my friend said, he told me, he said, listen, you've come to September 22 in the best shape of your life, strongest as ever. And this is why. First, my relationship with myself and self-respect. Things I was thinking about things like this. Can I listen to myself? Can I listen to my own thoughts and desires? I checked if I'm going along with standing up for my beliefs, or I'm going along with other people's opinions. I'm laying low. Do I have my own opinions? Do I value my own opinions? Am I proud of how I am handling myself in this situation, in this very trying time? What will I tell my son, who is 6 years old now, when he grows up and let's say he's 25? What am I telling my son, who is going to be 17 in a couple months in the United States now? Okay, these questions I started asking myself. And let me tell you, friends, I am proud of my actions. I am proud of myself. I have self-respect for what I have done. This might get me in trouble. In some ways it has gotten me in trouble. But you know what? If I had a choice to repeat or change something, and if I time traveled to February, I would do the same thing. I cannot lay low. I stand up and I make myself heard. I have my own opinion. I've never supported the SMO, and I am very vocal and loud about it. He's my son in 20 years. He will ask me what I was doing in 2022. I will be proud to tell him, and I will show him all the live streams and all the videos that I've made. And he will understand. And I think he will be proud of me too. My son, who is American citizen, oldest son, he was born. He's proud of me now. In our telephone conversations, he supports me. And I don't have to wait until he grows up and talks to me. He has shown his support, and he's proud of me. That makes me feel so good. That makes me feel like I have wings grow behind my back. And just very heartwarming. So I figured that the diamond number one that I have discovered is the relationship with myself. It's good. No matter what's happening outside, the world is burning. This house is on fire. Inside, I have something to hang on to. Number 2, my values. During this 7 month, have I ever questioned my values once? Because hey, situation here is so fast. It has been changing. Okay, what used to be called white now is called black. People have been aggressive towards other people, towards me. Also, have I once questioned my values? And I'll remind you, my values are God, family, hard work, and freedom, in that order. Not one. They have stayed unchanged. This is the ultimate test of the values that I have. The trying times, the harder the times, the stronger, the bigger the test. 7 months so far, I have passed this test. And this is gem number 2. The gem or diamond number 3 is my work and my savings, financial situation. You see, we're going through the ultimate test, like I just said, for everything. Everything is being tested, and I don't remember any situation like this before. Relationships are being tested. Friendships being tested. Again, values being tested. Everything. Families get broken over this. Friendships lost. Money lost. Trust lost. Reputation lost. So, what about my work and savings? Couple things. I still have my job. 7 months later, after the start of the SMO. The times economically in Russia are so hard. The oil. Well, they were in turmoil before. Now, since the mobilization is happening, you understand what's going on, right? You understand that to take 300 adult men and yank them out of the workplaces, you understand what that does to the economy. Any economy, not just Russian economy. And yes, this is happening here in my country. So markets were in turmoil. Now I think they're going to be in free fall, perhaps already. But I still have my job. It means that my job is valued, my work is valued, my contribution to the company is valued, my, results are appreciated, and that is very valuable to me. That proves my worth to myself of the position of the employee that I've been holding for quite some time. And then my finances. I've had some savings, and as soon as I made some money, I would invest them into real estate. I don't have much real estate, but I bought a house for my mom and dad. Mom lives there. Dad passed away last year. We own this apartment in Moscow that I'm streaming from, and we also have a house in Rostov. We have a couple cars and basically don't have anything else. We spend as much as I make, and that has been the case for a few years because Russia hasn't been doing well financially for the past 10 years. Okay, before that, it was a different story, but for the past 10 years, and then I'm pretty much doing like everyone else. Spend as much as make. But I've come to this place in pretty good financial shape because I have assets and I don't have liabilities. I don't have loans. Just a couple small credit card loans I use every day, and then I pay at the end of the month. Basically, I don't have mortgages. I don't have any responsibilities for banks, for other people, debts, nothing. And this situation can be enjoyed by very few Russians these days because a lot of them came to 2022 in debt. More debt because their situation is pretty dire. A lot of people have lost their jobs. They're hurting financially. So they go and take out loans. That's how things work in Russia, you know. So my situation is pretty stable. What's going to happen with my real estate? Well, I'm going to uncover you pretty sad news. Most likely, me and us, most of us, we will lose our real estate because, you know, the military economy doesn't work like the usual economy and things get confiscated, you know, cars, businesses, real estate, you know. So most likely something will happen to it. But at this point, I'm feeling. And on top of that, I have income from YouTube. I started receiving income in the last month, and it's fairly significant. It even allows me to save some for situations or situation that is coming. And it's going to come pretty soon, trust me. So that what I am receiving from YouTube is another reinforcement of. It shows me that what I do is valuable to so many people. They watch my work a lot and they support through sponsorships, through super chats. If they didn't like what I do, if they didn't value, they wouldn't have done that. They wouldn't have supported. So that gives me a very positive reinforcement and also makes me grow wings behind my back and keeps, you know, motivating me. So this, my friends, is the number 3. Now I'm getting to personal diamonds or miracles or gems. Number 4, friends. Do I have friends? I do. Do you have friends? Most likely you do. What is the ultimate test for friendships? Guess what? It's hard times. And hard times are now. And right now, it's not just hard times. This is a hard tragedy times or something like that. And the test for friendships is the ultimate. It's happening right now. I've been seeing so many friendships destroyed since February of 2022. I've made numerous streams about that. My cancel culture introduced in Russia, I think it was on February 26th or something like that. I was telling you the earliest signs of how friendships were being destroyed back then. Guess what? It's become worse, much worse. People don't speak to one another. Friends, long-time friends, not friends any longer. They can't stand one another, you know. There's a huge chasm between people. Where do I stand? Well, I haven't lost any friends. My best friends, I have a few. I'm very, very lucky and blessed. And they still support me. They still talk. We still share the same values, same opinions, same understandings of the situations. Just like my friend from my ex-business partner said, he said, you know, what happens when you lose your job and lose your income? Who do you rely on? You rely on friends. Then, when friends, if they disappear or if they can't support you any longer, you rely on your family. Can I rely on my friends right now? Gosh, yes. I am so lucky to have friends that if I need anything, you know, they just help me out. Like I was in Uzbekistan, you know, I had to leave Russia fairly urgently back in late March. And, you know, in the morning, I was flying in the late afternoon, early evening. But in the morning, I called my friend who lives in Uzbekistan. And I said, listen, no time to explain, but I'm going to show up at your door in about, 11 hours. I need your help. And he paused a little bit. And the only question he asked me, he said, okay, what would you like to have for breakfast? Pilaf, or chicken? I said, chicken is okay. I said, all right. Picked me up at the airport, brought me to his place. We had breakfast. He took care of everything. He found me an apartment. He found people who found me an apartment. He helped me get a local telephone number, get registration, things like that. I didn't have to worry about anything, okay? And I'm so blessed to have friendship like that. My ex-business partner, if I ever need to ask for money, all I have to do is ask him, and then he just say, I need like 10 grand wired or something. And I'm sure he will tell me, give me the bank account. He wouldn't ask me, when are you going to give it back to me and stuff like that. And I have a few more friends like that, and I'm really, really blessed. That's my second circle of defense, so to speak. The first is co-workers, people I work with. The second is friends, and I also considered this as a diamond number 4. And diamond number 5 is the first line of defense, and this is my family. Again, I am so blessed to have the family. Our relationships with everyone inside the family have not changed over the past 7 months. Again, I have seen people arguing, fighting, breaking up over these political issues that are happening in our country. Not with me, not my case. So blessed. I will tell you that with some of the members, I disagree on quite a few issues, but still, it does not affect our relationship. I'd like to say a couple words about the closest person in the family. That's my wife. Oh boy, I'm blessed to have her. She is a perfect soulmate, a partner. Call wife partner, but not only we are husband and wife, but we're partners. We are inspiration. She's inspiration to me. She always watches my back. She by default agrees, trusts. She has trust in me. And by default, she supports my decisions, even though sometimes my decisions are wrong, okay? Not only we haven't fought in these months, our relationship has grown and solidified. We're still attracted to one another, and this is just fantastic. This is the test that we have gone through successfully, at least so far. And this is my diamond number 5, and the second most precious diamond. And number 6 is relationship with God. I am Christian, I was baptized at early age. I think I was a few months old. Eastern Orthodox Church, when actually baptism was illegal with communists. Somehow my mom baptized me. And since age of 3, I've had a conscious relationship with God. I prayed, I had God inside my life. But what happened in the last few months has elevated my relationship with God to a different level. I started praying publicly, and I finish every single stream with a prayer. You know that. You pray with me, a lot of people here. I had never prayed before publicly. I was not a preacher. I'm still not a preacher. I'm not a public religious figure, let's put it this way. But yet somehow I felt an urge to pray, and I felt an urge to invite everyone into prayer and pray publicly. And a very strange thing happened. I started asking for things to end, for people to get help and so forth. But in return, I started getting the feeling that I am receiving so much more that I'm giving. Because all of a sudden, over a few months, this community of you who are watching me right now has been created, somehow formed, shaped. And people with me lately, I have 45, 50, 100 people praying until the end. And this is absolutely amazing. I feel that I am receiving so many prayers, so many good wishes, so much love from you and from God. And I definitely feel that I am receiving more than I'm giving. And this is such a very strange and very fantastic feeling. I don't even know how to describe it. I really feel angels around me, protecting me and surrounding me, And this, I think, is the most precious thing that I've found out about my life. These things, they concern me, the inside of me. What's happening outside is a terrible tragedy. I don't know how it's going to end. I see it's being escalated. Every single day we hear more sinister and worse news. But what is concerning me inside, I feel that I found something to hang on to. And I feel that dirt that I am also laying as my comrades, Russians, I'm laying face down, and it's not just dirt, there is something really important there. And dirt can in the future be washed away, but the diamonds, they will stay. And that is the foundation, okay? That is giving me hope for my life. And let me tell you, after talking to my friend, I started feeling better because before that, I did not have any hope. I thought it was over. It was just dark time. After talking to him, he kind of opened my eyes, and I'm feeling ray of light. I'm feeling hope. Okay. Now I want you to think for yourself about yourself. Try to take these things that I've discovered about myself and project upon yourself. Again, they are relationship with yourself and self-respect, values, your work and savings, financial situation, friends, family, and God. Try to ask questions. If you're feeling really bad about something, try to assess your standing, your situation. Perhaps, just like me, you will discover diamonds in your situation, in your life currently, and they will change outlook about how you looking at yourself. This has been my message for today. I hope you found it valuable. Not much about mobilization and current events in Russia. I hope to make a stream about that tomorrow. I am very glad to be here and streaming today, because every single day I say goodbye. I don't know how the situation is going to unfold, and I don't know if there's a stream tomorrow or not, or the following day, not tomorrow. Keep on talking to people, keeping my eyes open, and let me tell you, the situation isn't getting any better. Okay, I already today went out shopping, went out to have my haircut and things like that, and anywhere I go, I hear people saying that their colleagues, their friends, their acquaintances, the news spread like fire, they've been served the papers to go to the offices and to mobilize. So this is spreading like fire. Hopefully I will be able to tell you more about mobilization, the news and updates tomorrow, Monday, at the usual time. And today, like I said, I'm going to say goodbye just in case this is going to be my last stream. I don't know. I hope not. I pray to God then it's not. But I just am not sure. Before I turn on the comments, I would like to ask you to do one thing. Please, if you found this message valuable, please share it with the others. Share it on social networks, with your friends, with your, relatives, with your family. That would really help me out. That would just, I would really appreciate it. Thank you. And before you post a comment, please say something nice. Use your common sense. Don't put me into more danger, into more risk that I'm already at. Thank you so much for giving me another chance to listen to my message. Turning on the comments now. There you go. In one of the comments, someone said that I've aged over the months. Yes, I have, but I've aged more on the inside than you can see on my face and on my hair. More gray hair and things like that. Looking at myself now in the picture, and yes, I have aged. I'm becoming an older man. I didn't used to feel like that, but now I start feeling like that. My friends, again, if you want your message to be seen, higher chances of being seen, please put it in caps. So I see it, and put my name of the channel at Inside Russia, so it appears in the orange box. I see many usual suspects. Dr. Mike or Meek is the first one. My friends, thank you very much for joining and coming back again. Donna is the first with a super chat today. So heartbreaking seeing the mothers and wives screaming as the buses in the neighborhoods loaded, drove away. Donna, I was seeing this all day today. Reports or videos are coming from all over Russia. I don't know how people can look live seeing their sons being taken away. It breaks my heart just watching in the telephone. Thank you very much for a super chat. Agnes, thank you so much. Sending love to you too, and prayers. RW, thank you. I doubt that, but thank you so much. RW, I really appreciate your support, your friendship. Thank you. Sheldon, thank you so much. Lots of love from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. I cry for Russia. Be well. Thank you. It is very heartwarming receive messages like that. Sending you my love. I also cry for Russia. It's falling apart right in front of my eyes. Blackad, it's really good to see you. Hope you're feeling well. Howdy, howdy. Please be nice and you have a great host, mods, and fellow viewers like me. Blackad is unofficial mod of this channel. Now it's official. Sean, thank you so much for supporting not just this super chat, you know, it's huge. You always support great, but just for being there and for just supporting consistently, thank you so much. A diamond is a piece of coal that's handled stress exceptionally well. Those who can see and understand have the greatest duty and burden to do something. You do something every single day. Wear your diamonds with pride. Big hugs. Thank you so much. Thank you. I am not feeling ashamed of myself. Okay. I was thinking of it's little things. Okay. I can't pinpoint one huge thing. Oh, I do streams. No. It's talking to my friends who say, hey, really appreciate what you're doing. It's calling my Ukrainian friends and saying, please forgive me, forgive us. And all of a sudden they say, hey, you have nothing to be asking forgiveness for. Like, we watch your streams and, you know, just shut up. Yeah, not. I'm talking to my son from Maine, and he says, Pop, you know, I really am proud of what you're doing. Things like that, and that makes me feel good. That I'm not ashamed. And if someone's kind of ask me, and I have a pretty good feeling, folks, you can put down my words on paper, okay? There will be time when tide will turn, and the same people who are doing bad things, okay, they will be saying, oh, but you know what? We did this and that, and what did you do? And they will be saying, oh, you know what? I never supported, but you did this. Well, but I meant different. I'm sure that there will be answers. I actually am not afraid of facing questions like that. Okay, I'm not ashamed about what I'm doing. Again, Sean, thank you so very much. A real RJ Smith, hang in there. The American people are very upset about this. I know, everyone is upset. Everyone. Russians are getting upset too. The more buses taking away sons, the more upset is going on. Mr. Scotch Pie. Love the name. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you. Appreciate it. Blackad. I do appreciate what you do. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you. Okay, Mramakis has a question. Not a question, statement. Thank you. Thank you, Mramakis. Lara, let's all pray for Ukraine. Well, that's what we do every single day. If I'm not, correct me if I'm wrong. You know, I pray for Ukraine. I pray for people who are in Ukraine, for the Ukrainians, regular people, soldiers, Russian soldiers too. So everyone is out of harm's way, and I pray for help. I pray for this bloodshed to be over as soon as possible. Hone Deathstorm, thank you so much. Thank you a lot for you being still here. Well, you can count on me showing up every single day if I can, physically can. There are days that I can't. Corey Z, great message. I continue to pray for you and your family. Stay strong. Thank you very much, Corey. I appreciate it. Prayers are very needed, very welcomed these days. Luke King, you're inspiration to many, not just your family. Thank you. I don't know what to say. Thanks for the message. Harry, Bob S, Lorna, Mammy, thank you so much for showing up. We have the most fantastic mod team in the world in this stream. If you agree, I don't know, cheer and clap for them. I'm gonna do this. Matt James, my brother from another mother, live from the US. We're almost the same age and love snowboarding. Hope someday we can hit the slopes. Oh my goodness, Matt. I wish I could. I wish one day we will. Snowboarding is passion. I haven't done it in such a long time. I basically snowboarded the last time when was my last good year, financial year. I think it was back 2010 or 2011 or something like that. I went to Switzerland, to the Alps, to snowboard. It was a fantastic time. If I ever able to go to the USA, Maine, or Colorado, Utah, I would love that. Asa Groting, thank you so much. You're from Sweden, right? Thank you so much for the support. There is some support from Dima Ignatiev. The currency, I'm not sure what it is. I've never seen this before. This little sign looks Asian to me. Janice Lauren, praying for you and your family. Thank you for continuing to keeping us informed. I'm thankful that your older son is safe in the USA. Well, he's American, born and raised in America. He's safe. Yes. Karen from Maine. My two favorite Mainers, Stephen King and you. Oh my God, that's really an honor. That's honor. I'm very honored. I'm very flattered. Your words will be every bit as popular as him in years to come. No, don't even compare. You're comparing like the sun and a little piece of dust. Stephen King he's real king. Prayers from the great coast of Maine. Thank you. That Stephen King is larger than life, let me tell you. Looks like I just missed a super chat. I'm sorry. Let me catch it if I can. Janice. Already saw that. Sandy Granger. Thanks for being brave enough to tell us what you're going through. Keep up the good work. Sandy, I really am glad that you understand, because it takes much more to let you know of what I'm feeling inside rather than if I was telling you what's going on in Russia. Okay? It's completely different. A lot of people ask me, how can you talk about yourself like that? I don't know. I can. Donna Olson, thank you again. Mods hope okay. So are you hearing like we are that ethnic minorities being called disproportionately? Donna, I'm hearing different things, including what you just said, but I don't know if it's true or not. Right now, there's chaos. The first few days, real chaos. I think there are mistakes being made, perhaps just mistakes, perhaps they're being made on purpose to meet some kind of a plan or something. I personally have not seen anything with my eyes. Like, what I've seen is people talking about their friends saying they've been mobilized, okay? I know also from Russian news outlets, official outlets, that there are protests happening in some republics. You see, each republic inside of, not republic, but province, some of the provinces, there are minorities, like most of people are not minorities, but they're non-Russians. There are Russians and, for example, Chuvash people, Bashkir people, Tatar people and things like that. So I've heard from different provinces of spontaneous protests here and there. Mothers come out and stuff like that. And that's what I can tell you right now. I don't know much anything else. And there's some news that coming out. I cannot say that it's true. Hope I answered your question, but please keep on tuning in, and definitely you will get update tomorrow, day after tomorrow, as I learn more information. Again, it's fairly early to say. This mobilization in the government machine is like a roller going over people, right now. They definitely have been prepared. That's all I gotta tell you. Ivailo Ivanov from Bulgaria, right? Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. See who I missed. Lars Henrik, I pray for you and family for safe. Thank you so much, Lars. Thank you. My love, sending my love to you. And Dorian Teets, I wish for your message to echo around the world. Thank you. Came from my heart. Some streams I prepare. Rudy Kaisley, thank you so much for your support. I'll buy a coffee with that, yes. Mark Pellet, I sent you a message. Can you respond? Respond where? I'm not sure. I have not seen that. Mods, if you could please send me the message that Mark Pellet sent, I would really appreciate. Black Hat, thanks for the $3. Marion, Mr. Prayer Warrior, you haven't aged more than a good night's sleep. Can't handle. Hard to get right now. Take care always. Thank you so much. Okay, so what was the message that you want me to respond? Mods can say Mods, can I say something naughty? I appreciate you folks. Howdy off topic. Rightis, thank you so much. Howdy off topic. Who is your favorite Russian hockey player? And what is the future of Russians in NHL in your opinion? Well, the future of Russian players is fairly simple. The ones who are playing in NHL are going to keep on playing in the NHL. I don't think that the Americans, the Canadians, will kick the Russians out. There will be no more Russian players, hockey players coming out to the NHL because simply there won't be many players that up to a standard. I think that's my opinion. That's very sad, and not just NHL players. Russian sports have been killed. It's been excluded, isolated, kicked out from all international federations. And Russian athletes have no motivation to compete. Plain and simple. So very grim future. To build good team of athletes, international athletes, you need to invest years and years and years. Russia is in ruins. What sports? Who's my favorite NHL player? Well, Alex Ovechkin, I guess. He has a chance, he has a shot at breaking the big-time record and becoming number one in the NHL. I wish he does that. He's taking on the great Wayne Gretzky, We'll see. We'll see. Ole, thank you. Finally, I caught a live stream. I forgot my question though, but please keep up the good work. Love from Denmark. I forgot my question. I like that. Okay. Galaxy Sector. My email address is at the about channel section, but you must log in on your computer. It's not visible on your telephone, but the computer you can see it. Jack Scarecrow, thank you so much. Well, Mark, if that was your question, you wanted to answer me, well, what can I say? I respect everyone's opinions. There are situations when you see a person laying down in mud defenselessly and you just walking by and you can just stop and kick the person. You're not gonna get a response of any kind, like a forceful response. And it seems like that's what you just did. Well, to each its own. Tor Arnie, thank you so much. Thanks, Konstantin. You are such an inspiration to many. Thank you. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to stick to my values. I'm trying to stand up, to change this situation somehow, to be not ashamed of myself, to be proud of myself. And if other people like it, I'm very glad. So thanks for the support and the message. I see that it's pretty hot today in the chat. Mods are deleting messages. I can understand the anger a lot of people have, but Farmer, thank you so much for the support. Samsa Continental Hockey League, it was great. Oh, it was not bad. It was not bad, but the key word here is was. Garage Boy, all of us make a goal of sharing your streams, with at least one contact. Thank you so much, my friend. I really appreciate it. That helps a lot. Natrason, I appreciate your help. Thank you. Tumat, can you share your personal experience with bribery within Russia? Do you believe that bribing could help to avoid mobilization? Let me tell you, they are watching real hard right now. I will not share my personal experience with bribery within Russia because it could be not safe these days. I did before, but you won't find I deleted it. Do you believe that bribery could help to avoid mobilization? Not at this point. No. To avoid mobilization can help, like other things can help, but I'm not going to be talking about them today because they're going to be used by rich people, by big-time politicians and their sons and things like that, people like that. But I don't believe that a regular a person will be able to pry his way out of being mobilized, at least from what I understand now. Richard Burris, thank you for your message today and keep searching for the diamonds. NHL preseason has begun and Pavel Mitnikov joined my team. Anaheim Mighty Ducks. Is it Anaheim Ducks now? Pretty cool. Pavel Mintikov. I've never heard of that hockey player, but you know, they are not invited to NHL for nothing, let me tell you. I wanted Michael to try hockey, and it didn't work out. We were in Rostov. No places for him to practice. Be careful, Konstantin. We don't want Gestapo coming after you, my friend. Thank you, Donny boy. I don't want that either. I want to be safe. You from angels with swords to diamonds in the dirt. You lift us all up along with you, my friend. We cycle through similar emotions, anxiety, fear, anger, but more importantly, love and compassion. Susan, I'm very glad that my today's message didn't go in vain and was heard. Thank you. Barry Piper, huge support. Thank you so much. There's no message, but this is a very strong and powerful message. I really appreciate the help. Now than ever, actually. Savage Debs, sending love from Maine. Maine is in my heart, fellow Mainer. Have a lobster for me, please. Which part of Maine are you from? Saco Biddeford, Old Orchard Beach here. TTV DAC G6, thank you, message heard. Vasya Zangiv is here. That is also the person who can tell you a thing or two about current mobilization. Shelton, thank you so much. My heart swells for you, brother. I have never been out of Canada, and at 53 years old, I fear I will never see the and life of Russia, especially in the provinces. Again, huge love from Winnipeg, Manitoba. Thank you so much, Sheldon. 53. So you still have 15 years of active life, super active life, and then probably 10 years of active life. 25 years, you might have a chance. I just don't know what kind of life it'll be. Thanks for the support. Sending you my love to Canada. What a great country. It's so similar to Russia. Climate, you know, taiga, snow, nice and but short summers. We could be brothers. Well, we are, but not our governments. Not my government, at least. We're living in strange times, says Luke King. Thank you so much. High inflation, worsening economies, and conflict between nations. Would you mind doing a stream sometime on what you have learned and recommend to secure safety, income, food, shelter, etc.? I was thinking of that just today. I'm not sure if I make a stream about that, but basically, you know, I know that some of you are preppers, and Pinball Preparedness is one of my most favorite channels. Moz, if you could pass a link to his channel, that'd be great. He's a very strong and very wise prepper. I value his content a lot. But let me tell you guys and girls, you are mistaken. Because when the trouble comes, that's not about food. It's not about shelter. It's not about water or electricity or anything like that. You can stockpile that stuff. Any quality, any quantity you want, but it doesn't matter because the trouble comes from a different side. It comes from the government, it comes from police, it comes from abuse, it comes from lack of laws, okay? You can't really do much to protect yourself from that. Food and water and electricity and things like that, I think they can be fairly easily outsourced from the nature. But what cannot be outsourced is freedoms, loneliness of society, free courts, independent courts, that stuff. So I can tell you a thing or two that I did myself, but I don't think that's that important because when the trouble comes, it comes from the direction you do not expect it from. I see that I'm about 5 minutes over time. I'm sorry. Taco Cruiser, thank you. I've heard that some Russians wish return to communism. Is this true? Do you miss communism? Good question, and it's going to be the last one, and then I'll invite everyone to prayer. You see, Taco, I have so many ideas to make videos on, and I just simply don't have time, but definitely one of the critical ideas is why Russians love the USSR all of a sudden. I hate it. I think that when the USSR was destroyed, it actually fell apart by itself. It was the best thing that happened to us. I hate going back. I hate everything about the USSR. It was not a pretty place. You see, what happens to Russians back in the 90s, we were left hanging up in the air. The government just disappeared. And there was complete freedom and complete lack of, not just control, but lack of ideology. Because the government was non-existent. And we were just trying to survive ourselves. It was challenging, the mafia rampant and things like that. And we didn't have this grand idea guiding us, okay? Everyone was trying to come up with his or her own idea. Like in the United States, you have this pursuit of happiness, American dream, freedoms and things like that. In Russia, we had nothing. So then later on, the government shows up. It starts appearing, starting in 2000. It becomes stronger and stronger. And at first, for the first 4 or 5 years, it was okay. It started growing way too stronger. And they needed the idea to unite the nation, unite people. And they just came up with this idea. Let's go back to the USSR version 2.0. And that idea is better than no idea at all, okay? And that has united lots of people who were actually missing not the USSR itself, but their lives that they were leading in the USSR. Stability, work, their youth, okay? Beliefs in something bigger than their lives. That's what they liked about that. Not the country itself, but what this very sly, smart people did, they took those ideas and they repacked it and they sold to Russian people. And that's why they bought like a, bait. They bit like a fish bites bait. That's what happened, okay? So that is my answer to you. I hope you understood it. And it's very short question, short answer. But that there will be, hopefully one day, there will be a larger video on that. Thank you so much. My friends, thank you very much. Before I before I ask everyone to start praying, and I want to say goodbye again. I'm being absolutely honest with you. I'm not pumping up drama or anything like that. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Spoke to a few people, very close, couple people you most likely know, Russian English speaking bloggers. They have the same ideas I do. They are afraid. They don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. They don't know if they're going to be called up. They will come for them. So it's been a pleasure. It's been a great honor. I have received, I think, much more than I've given to others in these messages. I'm simply loving it. I think you're absolutely honest. You rock and roll. I want to be streaming tomorrow. I pray to God. I just, at these trying times, I don't know whether it happens or not. So thank you so much. And now I enjoy inviting everyone to prayers. Praying with me, please do. If you're Christian, please join. If you're not, if you're believer, please join. If you're not, join anyway. You can call it a different name. Sending good vibes, wishes to others. Asking for others, but it's the same thing. So please, let's do it. Thank you so much. Dear God, thank you so much for giving us this Sunday. Thank you for giving food on our tables, putting food on our tables, giving roofs over our heads. Thank you for surrounding us with people we love and who love us. Please help our children, keep them safe and healthy. Please give us wisdom to raise our children the way that when they grow up, they will become better men, make this world a better place, and they will be never engaged in any war. Please help stop the bloodshed in Ukraine. Reach out to those who can make this decision and touch their hearts. Fill them with love, mercy, empathy, forgiveness, tenderness. Open their eyes so they will make this decision to stop the bloodshed. I'm asking for Vladimir Putin and Joe Biden, please reach out and touch their hearts. Fill them with love, mercy, compassion. Make them forgive, make them forget, so they make this right decision. Please help everyone who has been affected in Ukraine, who has been wounded, displaced, hurt, and dismayed, lost. Give everyone strength to go through this and come out shining in the end. Answer everyone's prayers and make their wishes come true, please. Please help everyone who is helping Ukrainians opening their doors, wallets, hearts, minds. God bless them. Please send angels to everyone who's in Ukraine to keep everyone out of harm's way, so not blood is shed any longer. Please help my country. Send the army of strong angels with sharp swords led by Saint Michael to get rid of the demons that have hijacked my country. Make it run by the angels, make it shine again, and make it righteous. A good neighbor and peaceful member of international community, please. I'm asking for all pregnant women who are trying to who are deciding to whether keep their babies or not. Regardless of their circumstances, please reach out and talk to them so every single one makes the right decision. please help people in the United States who are in the path of this hurricane coming to the southern states. Please keep everyone safe. Help everyone traveling right now. Send help their way and make the travels safe, please. Help those who are running for their lives, escaping, fleeing, trying to become refugees. Please take them under your wing and send help their way, please. Thank you very much for bringing us all into this international, virtual international community. It's a real community now, not really virtual. So thank you so much. Please help everyone in the stream who's praying with me or watching us pray. Answer the prayers, make wishes come true. I would like to mention a few people who need your help. They are Michael Milkevitz, who's going for a blood transfusion, and James Rhodes for heart surgery, Rafaela From, her daughter Anna, Priscilla Michelin, King Nero, Gaby Hyman, Martin and Joanne, Donald from Wisconsin, Alice and Dave Moyers, Liz, I Found Waldo, Deborah, Isabel Legault, may her father rest in peace, Janice Burgess, Maureen M. and her sister, Ariana, Liz Dumbrell, Bruce, Kayleen, Michael, Thomas, Tony, Bob, Jessica, Minutes to Midnight, Sandy Workman and her husband Rod, Mr. Hanson, Heidi Howitz, Golden Griffon, Terry Carter, Carol Reed, Roberts Morgan's sister needs help, Cindy Braddock heading for a surgery, Yelena, Natasha, Jake, Michael, Oля, Dasha, Sky, Bonnie, Galina and Igor, Buzz, Jean-Paul, Paula, Janine, Michael, Marlene, Susan S., Fiona, Madeline, Stephen, Alan, Freddie, Sabrina, Felicia, Paul Binns, Preacher's father, family of Rudy Kaisley, sister, Richard, who's going for heart surgery, Mallory M., please help with her financial situation, Dirk Misler's father, Ruzika Ham, please help with the birth, Jess Terry, Brittany S., Lars Hendricks' father, wait for it, Lane Hankins, Bridget Apley, please rest soul of Britzel Andrews in peace and help her family, give her family strength to go through this hard time. Hannah and her children, Ace Brandon needs help with ankle. Richard Burris is going for heart surgery in October. Please help. Eek. May Scott Nesbitt's sister rest in peace and please give Scott strength to go through this. And we are thanking you that Black Cat, our friend, is back with us and healthy again. I would like to ask specifically for all the Russians that are being mobilized and for all Ukrainians being mobilized. You know better than I do how to help them. So please give them help in any way they need. Thank you. I would also like to ask for 3 children. They are Sebastian, Maverick, and Coulter. Please give them good health, speedy recovery, and they need to come back to their families and live happy and healthy lives. Thank you so much, dear God, our Lord Jesus. Amen. My friends, thank you. It was a good stream. I hope to see you tomorrow. I will give you an update in the morning on how I'm doing, so please tune in to community section of my channel. Well, we'll see what's going on. Thank you again. You're awesome and you rock. Hopefully, I'll see you tomorrow.